Hello, everybody. Welcome to Fruitful Trees, and here I am today with Kevin, Orlando Gardener, and this is Denise.
Hello.
Kevin's been telling me about the Denise Mango for many years and talking about it. Well, I finally got up here to Merritt Island, which is a little north of me, a couple hours north. And Denise not only has this amazing mango called the Denise Mango here, which is exclusive, unique, and we got to come back in the summer and taste it, but she has a whole bunch of other mangoes. And today we're going to walk around her grove, and Kevin's going to give us a tour showing us all these amazing mango trees, and we're going to get the backstory from Denise on them. It's going to be really exciting. So thank you both for coming out to join me here today and having me out. And I'm going to put Denise's contact information below. She sells these mangoes during mango season. And I'm also going to put the YouTube channel for Kevin below as well. You got to check out his videos, specifically ones he's been here in the past. He has so many videos that he's done here and talking about the Denise Mango as well. And he has other great videos as well. So get ready and here we go. All right, everybody. Here is, you know who that is? That's Kevin from Orlando Gardener. And this is Denise. And through Kevin, I've heard a lot about Denise because of the Denise Mango. So here we are. I'm so glad to be out here. We're at Denise's house in front of the Denise Mango tree. Now, this is a tree. Well, I'll let Denise tell us all about it. So, hello, Denise. How are you?
I'm good. Welcome to our Best Mangoes Merritt Island, and thank you, Kevin, for joining us.
No problem.
I'm just thrilled to have both of you here.
Yeah.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here. How much land do you have here?
4 acres.
4 acres. And do you have a bunch of trees, or are they just mango
80
trees?
plus.
Okay, so are they all mango, or you got other things here as well?
I have mango. I have one avocado, and then I have one dragon fruit.
Now, did you plant these trees?
We planted most all the mangoes, the avocados from 50 plus years ago, and it was knocked down from a blight, and I didn't remove it, and it came back. So
Wow.
I'm thrilled.
Now, how long have you been here?
30 years.
30 years. And how long ago did you plant these mango trees?
30 years ago.
Were they seedlings or grafted?
They were all old, like zill trees. You know, I don't
Okay.
believe they're grafted.
Okay. So before we get started looking at it, Kevin, how did you find Denise?
We met through, and hello everybody. We met through Facebook. I was just looking, it was my start of this mango craze, and I'm looking for places to go to get fruit. And I saw her on Facebook, and she invited me out and found out that she was at that time, and I think possibly still now today, the only UPICK in Florida, the only UPICK. And so we've been friends for years, been coming
At least
over.
10 years.
Yeah.
Maybe 15. I don't remember.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So it's been a while and a great time.
Well, I do know another UPICK place here.
Okay.
In South Florida.
Okay.
I don't know if they're still UPICK because I tried to talk them out of it.
Yeah.
But that's great. That's great. So for those of you that don't know, how could you not know? That's Kevin. His channel's Orlando Gardener on YouTube, and does this great information with mangoes. So here we are in Merritt Island.
Yes.
So this is, what growing zone is this?
You know, I don't know that, but I am told this is the furthest north you really can grow mangoes because we're insulated by 2 rivers, the Banana River and the Indian River. So the temperature doesn't change that much or get that cold.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you here, because normally this far north, it's not that easy to grow mangoes, but you are on the water,
Yes.
so which is excellent for growing mangoes.
2 rivers.
Wow.
On either side of Merritt Island, which is pretty skinny.
Yeah. Is there anyone else on this island that you know growing?
There's all kinds of people that have mangoes.
Oh, really?
This, Paul, is actually a hidden mango mecca. The whole Merritt Island strip is full of properties like this. Of course, nobody has Denise but Miss Denise. But it is a special climate because the 2 rivers are, side by side and encloses this property. And it's a very unique place this far north. Yeah.
Wow.
It's
Most
like,
people that live here have a mango tree.
yeah.
You know,
Wow.
all the residents.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Seedlings or grafted trees?
I don't know what everyone has, but you know, if they're old trees, they're probably grafted.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so show us around your property.
Well,
We'll start
first
with
let
this
me
main
say-
tree here.
This tree was planted by an animal, I believe. It just appeared, and I didn't do anything, even though it was close to the house. And then all of a sudden, Kevin and Bart. What's Bart's last name? Formosa. They took my mangoes and put them in 3 different mango tastings, and they won it won first prize to Denise in each one. And I have
It's
to
delicious.
thank the 2 men for making this tree famous. And they did that without my knowledge, which was so special to me. They did it as a surprise.
Well, I was hearing about this from Kevin. So tell us about the mango. So you don't know what it was a seedling from, just an animal.
Well,
It's got to. What did they say? It's Jakarta and Valencia.
when I took it to Truly Tropical, I'm like, Chris, you got to try this. I actually want Alex. I called Alex. Alex, you got to try this. And I had one that was decently ripe and one that was perfect. We end up not cutting the one that was perfect. I don't know what got into me. Well, I wasn't feeling well at that time, but we cut it. Chris took one bite, Paul, and she was like, "Up, Jakarta seedling." I taste Jakarta, and then I think my friend Sergio, which worked down there with Chris quite a few times, he tasted as well. He was like, "Yeah, I can taste hints of Jakarta." And what's crazy is, like she said, animals, the family didn't even plant this tree, but there is a Jakarta tree right around the corner.
There you go.
I said by
So
the
it
grace
makes
of
sense.
God.
Yeah.
That's where that tree came from.
So what's the characteristics of the tree? Do you trim it often, or has this been growing like this for a long
It's just been
time?
growing. Last year I didn't get a chance to trim like I wanted to for certain reasons. So my trees are pretty much all natural.
So how often has this been trimmed over the years?
Not at all.
So this would be considered a dwarf tree.
Yeah. Medium to dwarf. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, for
sure.
that, how 30 years or 20?
No.
Oh,
This is probably 10.
10. Okay.
Maybe.
I think it's a little, cause it was this size when I met you.
Okay.
So I'm thinking 15 plus. Yeah. So it's not a giant tree.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
And how productive does it get?
Since it's pretty new yet, I feel, because it did produce for a while, it was sporadic, and then the production picked up. It's pretty. It produces quite a bit for the size of the tree.
It's been consistent every year?
Every year. And normally, right now, you're not seeing the normal tree. As a matter of fact, her property is not normal this year. We're trying to figure out what happened. I think she said some windstorms came through, but normally the tree is loaded with fruit. I mean, all of these branches, and you can see there's old panicles here. Normally it's loaded, so the production is great. It is, and also as Marla and Gary and them would say, it's a clean fruit. You don't get spots on it, and it's very colorful, like Jakarta.
Sure, and it's interesting. It's not just one tree coming up. Look, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 different.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which is obvious that it's a seedling.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Well, that is wonderful. We're looking forward. What is it, early, late, or middle season? Middle season.
Yeah, normal.
Well, since you're only a couple hours south, maybe we'll come here in the summer and taste it right off the tree.
More than welcome.
Yes, we'll have.
I've actually written certain people's names on a mango because they wanted to wait for it.
Yeah.
Well, put my name on one,
Okay.
Yeah.
if you don't mind. All right. So show us what else you got going on here.
I'm actually gonna let Kevin do the tour because I'm not up
If
to.
Kevin knows the
enough.
trees, okay,
Yes.
you could stay with me behind the camera,
Yes,
and we
thank
could
you.
guide Kevin here.
Well,
Okay.
she's a big grower of Carrie. She has quite a few Carrie trees, and so this is a Carrie mango tree.
Wow.
And for those that think Carrie does not get big, they're in for it. These are big, mature, 30-year-old plus Carrie trees. Again, this is the little one. He's just so awesome. Normally the trees are loaded, but this year, I guess the wind or what have you. She does have a new tree around the corner also, which is a Julie seedling.
Yeah.
Right?
We call it Jumbo Julie.
Jumbo Julie. Come on, let's check out Jumbo Julie.
Jumbo
Really
Julie. Wow.
large.
Seedling avocado.
Seedling avocado. How does this do?
That's the one that died back in the blight and came back on its own.
Wow.
Everyone else cut theirs and got rid of them, and I didn't, and it came back.
Yeah, I haven't had an opportunity to taste that tree.
And you're right on the water, literally right on the water.
Mhm.
Speaking of water, do you water your trees?
I do occasionally, but I have not this year. I had irrigation, but it needs to be repaired. But also the ag lady came out and she said, you don't need to do anything. They're established. But, you know, we've been getting weird weather. You know, it's dry and then we get downpours. And then it's dry and downpours. So I don't really know why the trees are being fickle. I'm not the only one affected.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what about these seedlings at the bottom? Are those just seedlings that fell off this tree?
Yes, and we
Oh,
dig
wow.
them up and then pot them, and we're going to graft.
Oh, wonderful.
And a lot of people, like tourists, want a mango tree. So they'll say, I want that one. So we dig it up and put it in a pot and they take it home. It's kind of like a souvenir.
Wow. Well, it's 2024, everybody. And the word on the street is where I'm in Palm Beach County, it's an excellent year. Last year was an epic year. This year's excellent. But the rest of Florida, it's supposed to be a bad year.
Oh, no.
So that could be something to do with it.
Yeah.
So, all right. So let's see what else we got here.
This is her other signature, which is the Jumbo Julie.
Jumbo Julie.
Yeah.
They're beautiful.
Yeah.
So that's a
seedling.
Julie seedling.
Yes.
Wow. And it is
Yes.
jumbo because it's not a dwarf tree.
Yeah. I mean, when you consider Juliet, 4026, it's kind of like, I guess you would say Super Julie-ish. But I can tell you, it's good, Paul. It's a good
Wow.
mango. And when people hear about this, they're going to want this almost as much as they want.
Does it have fiber?
No.
No fiber. Wow.
No
Island
fiber.
people practically buy everything they can get when they're here.
Yeah, they hear about this thing.
Jumbo Julie.
Jumbo Julie.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Only here on in Denise's place.
Now, do you have grafts of this tree?
No, I don't. But I do have a Denise that is holding fruit for the first time.
Oh, excellent.
Wow.
Yeah, she's about yay tall, not this wide, and I've had issues with production because of it's my fault, lack of watering as a tree so young. But this year it's holding fruit.
Well, has Chris or Alex or anyone grafted the tree so people can get it or no?
No, I still haven't gotten it into Alex's hand. Hopefully we can, when you come, I can send some fruit back to Alex because I'm like dying for him to try it. And we got to get a good one in Chris' hand because like I said, when we took him down, Paul, I had one that was decent in where it was and the other one was perfect. And we peeled the one that was just decent. She saw that it was a Jakarta seedling, but she didn't taste it in its perfectness.
I understand that. Yeah.
So we gotta.
We will. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's all right. Jumbo Julie. Okay.
Jumbo Julie.
So let me ask you, Denise, when you planted these, I know that Denise, you said an animal planted, but when you planted these on the spacing, did you know, were you wise enough to plant at certain distances, or did you just not have any idea and just planting stuff
I
in the
have to
ground?
give credit to my ex-husband. He's the one who did all the planting. He's from South Miami and he knew better. So I
Okay.
think we went to Zill. We actually plotted it out and have a map of where everything is. So he did a pretty good job with that. And we had the whole back was avocado, and then we got a really bad hurricane with standing water and they all died. So then I replaced everything back there with mango,
Okay.
because mango seems to be able to have its feet wet.
Now, when you came here, there was just an avocado.
It was citrus. This was
Citrus.
the
Okay.
whole street was one big citrus grove called
Wow.
Crispin Groves. It was Utopia Grove, Crispin Grove, Bliss Groves. It was like big plots, I think like 16 acres, all the way down Merritt Island that have since been developed.
And when you moved here, did you come here purposely with the idea to grow, or did you just end up here and say, hey, this is a great place to grow?
We both went to FIT, Florida Institute of Technology, and lived in Miami and said, we don't want to be here. And we came back up here and then made our little paradise.
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
All right. Right on the water. Look at that. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
And this is the Jakarta tree. That
Wow.
is, we feel that the squirrel or the possum or raccoon got the fruit and went and tucked around the corner, ate the fruit, and started the Denise. So that is Jakarta, and this
Kent.
is
I have
Kent.
a lot of Kent in this area.
Yeah.
Do you have any issues with disease or anything?
I have been, knock on wood, I've been okay.
Well, this close to the water, you probably have less of an issue.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that oak. That's an oak tree?
Yes, I have
Wow.
some old oak trees.
Wow, that is huge.
Yeah, I have some
Huge.
gorgeous oaks.
Wow.
Yeah. Wait till
Oh.
you see this zeal mango tree over there.
Wow.
The original zeal.
Oh,
I see some bamboo growing back there.
lots
Yeah.
of bamboo.
Lots of bamboo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get it cleaned up before the season starts. And behind you, this is Glen.
Yeah.
Oh, behind me. Let's turn around here.
And that's very popular.
Yeah.
So that's a Glen.
Everybody loves Glen.
That's Glen.
Everybody
Okay.
loves Glen.
And you remember these trees with no tags? You remember
I
where
do
they
have tags on them. I find people like try and snatch the tags, and then I got to replace them.
What's this here?
A lot of Kent in this area.
A lot of Kent.
Yes.
Okay.
And there's one there, and behind it I had a really big Carrie, but something took it out, so we had to remove, what was left back
And
there.
that's key.
And there's a keat on the property line.
So let me ask Denise, what was your goal when you planted these? Was it for your own personal use? Were you planning on selling it? What was the goal when you planted these?
Just to have a beautiful property with fruit and raise our kids, and it was fun. We had chickens and children and nesting osprey and fruit, and we had citrus back then and kumquats, and it was just so much fun living here.
I know it's probably your ex-husband that can answer this question better, but is there a reason why instead of planting so many of the same tree like a Kent, you didn't plant just a different variety in every tree? Or was that just his favorite?
Maybe it's all that was just there at Zill. Maybe that's what Zill
30 years
recommended
ago.
us. Because, you like when I bought the last 10, I was on the phone with the person who was picking them up for me, and I was letting them help me to choose what I should buy of what they had. But she said, oh, these are all new, and you're going to want to taste them all. So I got 10 new mango trees we're going to put in the ground today.
Well, before we leave, we'll look and see what they are.
Yeah.
That's all right.
I told her she had to, come up to speed.
Yes.
And she
There's
finally
nothing though
did
with
it.
tradition. I mean, a lot of people like the old Zill,
Those are only the people that haven't tasted the new ones.
Definitely.
Yeah, good old
It's
lemon.
a whole nother
meringue,
league
lemon
now.
zest.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is a lot of Kent, and then there's a little Kent we found. See, I've been trying to clear the property because it got out of my control the last
But
couple
look
of years.
at this, Paul.
Wow.
Look at this.
That's
Zeal.
the Zill.
Wow.
Original zeal.
That
Wow.
tree broke limbs with so many mangoes on it in a couple different years. I mean, the
Wow.
branches actually snap because of the weight of the fruit on it.
Yeah.
It's a
This
great
thing
producer.
produces
That's amazing. Wow.
original zeal. Yeah. Now, what's unique about this property, also, Paul, and all of the listeners, is she actually has a lot of Springfields.
Wow.
Yeah, like a lot of them, small and large. And for those that don't know, Springfield is Pineapple Pleasure's mother. And if you
Super
taste,
big mango.
yeah, they're huge.
Yeah.
And you can taste those tones of pineapple throughout the fruit. Yeah.
And once people taste it, oh my God, they keep saying, I want that again.
Yep,
It's a very good fruit, delicious.
Springfield, right here.
Wow.
And it has huge fruit.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Original Springfield.
Wow.
And this tree is a sight to see when these fruits get fully mature. They are a sight to see. And they are delicious. And you see why people are so crazy about Pineapple Pleasure. Mm-hmm.
And then we have a keat, and then here's my other really large Carrie.
You got to put this on film,
Wow.
Paul. You got
Wow.
to see the size of this Carrie. You got
Wow.
to. Yes. The size of an
Wow.
oak tree.
That
Yes.
is huge.
Yes. It is
Wow.
the largest Carrie tree I have
Go stand
ever
in front of
seen.
that. Let's up here. How tall are you?
Yeah. About 10 and a half.
All right, 5'10". Look at that. Wow, that is a big
I say
tree.
my trees are happy.
Yeah.
They're happy.
That's
It
big,
is
and that's
big.
loaded with Carrie every year, huh?
It
Every year.
Wow,
The Indians go crazy. You know how much they love Carrie.
sure.
Mhm.
And then I forgot, I do have a mulberry. It snapped over here, and it's coming up from the root again. It was a really large mulberry tree.
Look at those big pines behind there. Wow.
Yeah, I'm trying to get those cut back because they're the Australian, and they're
Uh-huh.
like weeds. You know, I
Sure.
had them removed, but they just encroach constantly. They're like a prop root that just keeps coming.
Now, do a lot of people know about you on the island? Do they come here and buy fruit? Or?
I have a lot of regular customers. Thanks to Kevin and his videos, I get more customers,
Yeah.
and they find me on Google or Facebook. I've been getting I get calls all year round, and I try and explain to them there's no mangoes to the end of June or beginning of July. I say it's up to Mother Nature. It's out of my control. But watch my Facebook page, Best Mangoes Merritt Island.
Yeah, I'm going to put your contact information
Great.
below. But Facebook, it's called what?
Best Mangoes Merritt Island, and I'll post when we're going to be opening.
Okay.
I know there's a Google account. A customer of mine put it up for me, but it's not in my control. So
Sure. Wow.
they were helping me. I have a lot of really great customers.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yes.
And then it's funny, my neighbor actually has that fruit, that black round thing that grows on the bark on the tree.
Oh, Jabacaba.
Yeah, and it's funny because every once in a while I'll get an Indian customer. Oh, I want that, but
They're in season now. Does he
Oh,
have them on
I
the tree
haven't
now?
looked.
Oh, that's a beautiful tree.
Yeah.
and then every once in a while I get someone begging me, and I go, I can't climb that tree onto my neighbor's property.
Now, do you ever get people that come here uninvited to take mangoes?
We have a table at the gate, and we sell mangoes in a basket by the pound, or a lot of people want to do the UPICK, so they pay to UPICK, and then they pay by the pound for what they picked.
So they come here with a bucket, they pick what they want, and they
We
pay
go
you per
around
pound.
with a wagon and a
Okay.
basket, and I give everyone pickers, and I call them the Mango Men, high school boys, and they go around and help you to pick, or you pick yourself. I mean, some people they can't handle picking because they're elderly
Sure.
or little or female or whatever, and the boys will help them. I have the best boys, I'm telling you. They're just phenomenal, and they'll help anybody.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I'm so looking forward to having them back here because they're like family, the kids. So, and this is another Keat. Like I said, I've been kind of out of it, so we're going to be cleaning up all the scrub
Do you have
palms.
any problems with bacterial black spot up here?
I have not had that.
Okay.
I haven't seen it since I've been coming up here for the last 10 years.
I did have sooty mold, and we sprayed and got rid of that in the back area once because it didn't have the circulation. But we got rid of that by spraying neem oil and, was it just neem oil? And Dawn soap.
Okay. Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow. So you do spray your trees. Do you spray with
Not
anything
regularly,
else?
only
No?
when
Okay.
necessary.
All right. A bunch of seedlings in the ground growing.
Mhm.
I don't know if anyone knew a
Those are
seed
two
gauche.
Valencia Prides there.
Wow. 2 Valencia
No,
Pride.
there's more. There's one behind it.
Yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm.
Valencia Pride area.
Yeah, they're really big, and that produces. And right behind you is a Tommy Atkins seedling. I had a Tommy Atkins.
A seedling. Wow.
And we had a big Tommy Atkins, but we had a hurricane like 2 years ago, and it snapped a couple of my trees. So the seedling came up. It's pretty big already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been
Have you
growing.
tasted this seedling?
I did. It fruited for the first time last year.
Okay.
No, we got to give it a couple more years to see if it. Yeah.
But can I say something?
Sure.
These seedlings, and I had a really good friend, a lot of mango people in the area, fruit. His name was a seed gauche. He was the expert I could go to. He gave me all these seedlings, and we just threw those in the ground, but he's passed away. And it breaks my heart because he was such a good man. He was so kind and so knowledgeable. You just hate when that kind of knowledge disappears.
Yeah, he was really good.
Kevin
guy.
knew him really well,
Yeah,
too.
I went to his house and he was very, very kind. He was big on peppers too.
Oh,
Yeah,
Mangoes and peppers.
Yeah, he actually.
he was unusual.
Yeah, he
But
actually gave me. Well, he was trying to give me the Carolina Reaper and the Ghost, and he put gloves on and then got a bag. I'm like, man, like it's like that thing is walking
He
death
knew
or
better.
something. Yeah.
Paul, this is that night blooming cirrus that we get. It has one flower.
It
At
looks like
night.
dragon fruit.
It's
It does.
also night blooming cirrus, or it's related. I don't know, but it has one big white flower at night.
Yep.
One a year. It only opens one. And I understand moths and bats pollinate it.
But is it edible fruit?
I don't know. Some of is that the same as the dragon fruit?
It looks like dragon fruit to me.
I think it's slightly different. And then here I've got muscadine grapes.
Oh wow, how do they grow out here?
I just threw seeds from the grocery store grapes I bought.
I saw those recently.
A couple years. Kevin found them a couple of years ago, and he said, "Boy, your grapes were good."
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they
I love muscadine.
Yeah.
So like I said, if you go to the grocery store, like I'll go to Publix, I'll get them when they're in season. I'll save the seeds, and then I sprinkle them on the ground, and they pop up.
Very happy.
What a
Yes,
beautiful
it's the other
property.
part of
Wow.
the grove.
Yeah, it is. I love living here. It's been my sanctuary. But here's where the introduction is with the Springfells.
Springfield.
And then here I have an entire row of Glen, but I'm going to be getting someone to trim these oaks because they're having to grow east because they're being covered with the oak trees.
Wow.
But the
Oh,
Springfells, I got several more. The people love these because, like Kevin had said, they're very big, they're pretty, and they are delicious.
Hard to find too.
yeah,
Hard to find.
they are.
It's an old classic. I've called numerous places trying to get the tree, and then I've gotten budwood from Denise like every year, and it's like the hardest thing to grab. I don't know why these trees don't want to grab, but you know, I've just chalked it up. If I want one, I got to come over here.
This is my back lot where we had the avocados that we had to replace with these mangoes. But it's funny, I went to a seminar on grapes on the wine people from California. They have microclimates. I said, I have a microclimate because this is different than the rest because it's so protected. You know, you can see I have a lot more fruit on the trees out here because they didn't experience the wind that the trees up by the river did.
Yeah.
We had a lot of windstorms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But that's Springfield. I've got a lot of Hayden, Turpentine, a Valencia Pride, and a lot of Glen in here.
This is a huge mango tree hedge. All these are giant trees in here, all the way
Wow.
through. Yeah. Glen, right?
Yeah, all Glen that row, and I think
Then you get into Hayden.
yes, we get into Hayden's. There's a Turpentine right here.
Big Glen trees. That's been here 30 years.
And then
Wow.
interior Keat and Hayden. They're all labeled with little metal tags.
Now, when you say a hedge, do you know how far, Kevin, how far these were planted of in this area?
You know, Paul, ever since I've been coming here for the last 10 years, they've been looking like this. So I can't even tell you what's back behind there. But just, I feel that they probably are similar to the rest of these out here. So I'm saying between 15 and 20 feet apart. But they're just so old and never have been trimmed. They're just doing their thing, and you know they don't have any issues. I mean, she has tons and tons of mangoes.
Wow.
I mean, look at these. The fruit are almost touching the ground.
Yeah, I have to prop up my branches
Tons
a lot
and
of the
tons
time.
and tons.
because the fruit gets so heavy, the branches will want to touch the ground.
Do you have a lot of
Yeah.
issue with rodents like raccoons and squirrels?
Of course I have that, but you know, I try and to ask them to just eat one, I don't care, but we all know they want a bite of everyone. But I have years with massive amounts of squirrels and then other years with not that many.
Yep, about 20 feet. Yeah,
Okay, that looks
so
like
right
even
there
more.
was 10,
Yeah, yeah.
and that's another 10. So it looked like there's spacings of about 20 feet.
I even have a tree on that property line that fell in a storm, and I didn't get anyone out here to help me prop it back up, and it's happy just growing sideways.
Yeah, he needs
Wow.
to see that. Let's show him that tree.
Yeah, let's check
I used
that
to
out.
have cashews, but they got too wet and died. I had about 5 massive cashews, which was so much fun.
Did you try growing other things out here besides the cashews?
You know what? Lately, mangoes have been what everyone said. Just stick with the mangoes. You know, because if I get too much, it's like another world I have to deal with. But here, this must be it, right, Kevin?
Yeah, I think this is it.
Yeah, it fell on its side and it just was happy.
It's still happy, Paul.
Wow.
I think all my trees are happy.
Yeah. Yeah, this is it. It fell over. And actually, some of the roots are
We see the
exposed.
trunk.
Yeah, the roots came up out of the ground. Look at that.
To show you how hard it is.
Oh, wow.
And I say if it wants to live, it's going to live.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it fell over, but it's still, look at all those fruit up there.
What was that? What tree?
I think that's a Hayden, or is it a Glen? I'd have to look at the tag.
I think this one is a Hayden.
Look how
Yeah.
beautiful this brush is here and the sun coming off it. That's,
Mm-hmm.
wow.
Yeah. Yeah, Hayden. Kent. She got a couple turpentines out here.
Yeah, because my islands people, again, love turpentine. And then we use them for rooting. I mean,
What was this one?
Keep,
Keith.
a lot of keep. I think Hayden are more in the center.
Hayden. Yep, that's the tag. Hayden. That's an old tag.
Well, a seat helped me with all that.
Yeah.
Like I said, I truly miss him.
There's a tree. There's trees everywhere.
There's a big keep here.
Wow, that's big. Wow.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
how do you get the fruit from the top there? Or you
Well,
don't?
we have long pickers. I have really athletic boys. I don't let customers climb. They try and talk me into, oh, when I was a little boy and back in the islands, and I'm like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Her mango pickers they are like, yeah, you gotta have a back brace to hold
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
they're
I don't
young.
know, she got some
you know,
special
young
ones.
teenage boys or they'll bring the pickup truck and then get on top of it. And maybe
Wow.
their moms don't want to hear that, but they're in a stable bed of the truck. But they've been so good. People give them tips, and they so appreciate it. And I think that's so nice for people that realize how much work they did for them.
Mm-hmm.
And people don't understand to pick mangoes. Like now it's beautiful the weather, but in the hot in the summer. To be out there picking
I
mangoes.
know, I'm
it's
out here.
fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even being between two beautiful rivers, it's still
Yeah.
I make the boys come in the house for a break because young kids I don't need it, but no, I'm insisting.
So what about you, Denise? Of all the mangoes you've tasted, have you tasted a lot of the New Zealand varieties?
Not really, a little bit, but it's like, it just gets, it's unusual to me, the new tastes. I think I'm partial to my old, like Carrie, and I love the Denise. I said, oh my God, thank goodness it tastes good,
Yeah.
because it's named after me.
Yeah.
You know, that would have been horrible, because I heard of one, I'm not going to say the name of it, and everyone's saying how horrible it is. I'm like, so glad that wasn't named after me, you know.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, it looks like you got a great situation here.
I actually have a palm tree nursery in the back acre.
And what do you do with the palm trees?
Sell them.
Oh, you do?
Mhm.
Okay.
I have a vendor who comes in and he digs them up, cleans them up, wraps them, and sells them.
Now, can you grow coconuts up this far?
You know what? A customer, I think, gave me a couple coconuts, and I said to her, can I get some more? Because I'd like to plant them and I'll trade you mangoes. So she did that. But I must have had 10 or 12, and they just dried up on me. I don't know what I did wrong. I'd like to try it again, because I love coconut. Oh my God, my favorite.
Now, how's the area with the water? Does it flood here at all during
I'll
certain
get
times?
a little bit of standing water in here. But like I said, the avocados, I had a huge macadamia nut. I had cashews. They don't like their feet wet. Mango trees don't seem to mind. So don't be afraid if you got a low area, as long as it's not going to be a really long time. You know, hurricanes drop all that rain, you get the water sitting, but hopefully like within a week it goes back into the ground.
Yeah. We need to show Paul the mystery mango on
Oh.
the other side of Chuckanon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You mind a walk, Paul?
No, let's check it out.
There's another part of the grove. Denise has a mango. I'm gonna tell you what it resembles. It resembles Ugly Betty in its flavor and its look. But back when, 30 years ago, when her and her husband went to Zeal to get these trees, Ugly Betty wasn't out. So even her looking back into her photo album and all the different trees that are marked, this one still is a mystery. And
That's what we call it, mystery mango.
yeah,
Mystery mango.
it looks 98% just like Ugly Betty. It is huge. The tree is massive, and they grow way up there. And man, it is really good. So when you come back, besides the Denise and the Jumbo Julie and all, this is one I definitely want you to taste. I want your opinion on this thing.
Absolutely.
It's bumpy at the top, like Ugly Betty.
Yep.
Yeah, about the same size. Now these are more of her trees.
Wow.
This is a different section.
Namduk. Wow.
I got a row of namduk on the fence.
Wow.
I have a Hayden behind the play loft, and then there's a monster-sized Valencia Pride, and then towards the river is the mystery mango.
And this is a
Hayden.
Hayden. Okay. Hayden, Valencia Pride, Namduk Mai.
All these on the fence line are namduk mine.
Namduk Mai.
Then mystery.
This is like paradise.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love it.
Wow.
Chuckanum.
Chocolate.
Wow.
Yeah. Chuckanum.
The miracle mango.
Never wants to produce.
Wow.
Like,
It
never.
did last year.
It did, and
Yeah.
you are the reason that I went and got a Chuckanum tree.
Oh.
Because I finally tasted it, and I'm like, oh my goodness,
Wow.
this is what I've been missing. But Paul, you're up under the mystery mango tree.
Another seedling?
No.
She don't know what it was
We
that they
bought it
got
from
from
Zil.
Zeal.
You know, I'm also wondering maybe they had seedlings and they didn't know.
I mean, if they
It's
sold it as a
huge.
grafted tree, it wouldn't have been a seedling.
No, not at all. It's huge. The mangoes are bumpy, but they're good. On the scale of 1 to 10, what do you give it?
It's one of the favorites all times.
Yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, I give it an 8.5.
Well, we
Easy.
just got to get some and bring them to Chris and Alex, and he'll tell us which one they are.
Oh, they have
Yeah.
that good a palate?
Mhm.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Alex,
wow.
Alex,
Yeah,
he just look at it and tell. But taste,
Wow.
yeah, he's
yeah.
good.
A lot of times, honestly, before I do videos, I text Alex.
I got to
Yeah.
come over and meet them with you sometime.
Yeah, you drive down with me. I'll be going down there 2 or 3 times this season. But this is a really good mango. Of course, it's a giant, and most of the canopy is at the top, and instead of down below. But it's a good mango.
What a nice spot, right in the water. Amazing.
Yeah, and this is Chuckanum.
Amazing.
I've been coming here for years, and as I said, this thing just really did not want to produce. But last year, it produced really good, and I was like, wow! And I immediately went and got Chuckanum.
The reason these two are sporadic is because it gets the most wind. You know, it's no fault of theirs.
Yeah, and this giant Valencia Pride.
Wow.
Yeah, it is.
It produces big fruit,
Mm-hmm.
especially from the top of the tree. Oh my God.
Yeah.
The top fruit is monster size.
So last year when you sold your fruit, do you sell them by variety or do you just sell them per pound?
It's a flat rate by the pound. To me, it's too complicated to be like that.
Sure.
So whatever you put in the basket, we weigh it, and then.
And so I know every year is different, but what was it last year per pound?
I think it was 5, if I'm remembering
Okay.
correctly.
Now, do you do anything through the mail or no?
I do. I ship.
You ship through the mail, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And people can contact you on your Facebook
Yes.
page.
Yes.
That's the
I have
best
some
way.
good customers who bought quite a few boxes. You know, it's a sideline, but it's definitely something I don't mind providing for people who are out of town and can't get here.
And during mango season, are you open 7 days a week,
Yes.
7 days a week. Okay.
Yes, Sundays later because I go to church, and but our hours are pretty regular except for Sunday. We close at 5 because it's a long day, and no, it's been good. The boys are wonderful. Like I said, I've got the best mango kids, mango men, helpful, polite, honest,
That's great.
hardworking.
That's great.
And hey, what a cool job.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that is wonderful. I'm so glad I finally got to see it.
Thank you.
Thank you for showing us around. Everybody get to Denise's Facebook page, and also check out, I'll put the YouTube channel for Kevin below. Definitely check that out. And thank you for having us out.
Thank you. And just so you know, when you drive out, I've got a whole row of frangipani on the south side.
Okay.
So I'm hoping they're all in bloom at mango season.
Yeah, we'll check that out. All right, everybody, there it was. I told you this place is a paradise. Literally one of the most beautiful places I've ever been to. The mango trees just add to the beauty. Normally it's the other way around. I go to a property that's so-so, and then the mango trees make it beautiful. But here it's a beautiful place that has mangoes. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I'm here with gorgeous people, Denise and Kevin. We had a great time. So what do you want to say before we close here?
Please visit us. We welcome you. I want to share my delicious fruit with you. So look me up, Best Mangoes, Merritt Island, and thank you, both of you, for helping and being a good friend to me.
All right, and the contact information is going to be below. And Kevin, what do you want to say about this property?
Just a wonderful place. Been coming here for 10 years. Absolutely love the Denise Mango, and yeah, it's a place you definitely want to check out.
All right, everybody. Thank you all for watching. If you're in this area, even if not, come on and check them out. They're in Merritt Island. I'll put the address and all the information below. Until then, everybody, have a great day and keep growing.
Thank you.
For more educational videos about mangoes and other fruits and how to grow fruit trees, please look out the other videos on this channel, Fruitful Trees, and also subscribe if you like, and also share these videos with others. Thank you for watching. Have a great day and keep growing.